Thank you very much for that. Let's flip the coin. Let's check the coin. Let's keep the coin. Welcome to match 2 of the quarterfinals, season 9. This is the match everyone feared would finally happen. It's elf on elf battle there. Yes, it's the highly favoured and predicted Wood Elves that have done a fantastic run all the way through the regular season, the second part, and there they are, charging their way in all the way to the quarterfinals. But what do they run into? You've got it. It's that phenomenal, that incredible Dark Elf team, the Dusk Reavers. It's the team that just doesn't know when to quit, do they? Just like my sister. Aye. So as we can see here, what is the big decision here? Choosing to receive. It's the Dusk Reavers. Let's see if they actually can defend this one. Oh, look, excellent reroll for the Wood Elves, like they actually sucking need it. 4 rerolls, he's got the fame, don't know why, and of course he's got the apothecary. Dusk Reavers, of course, you can see, have bought extra gallons of ale and stimulants to get their players back in this fight, and it's time to say what for. Frontline action continues here. Dark Elves, of course, would like to actually get, something breaking out, and of course, once again, that teak under armor is doing wonders. Of course, big challenge here. We're going to be seeing just how well the Dark Elves can actually contain control. Now you can see here they've got a new addition. Yeah, you've got it. They actually have got themselves an assassin. This is why, here's a rare thing, they've got a reserve. This may be the first time in the entire season 9 the Dark Elves actually have a reserve. That's impressive, lad. Here comes the Wall Dancer Clinic, and of course, sweet bugger all. And here he comes, manoeuvring around here, platzing about. This has become quite the extraordinary story here for this Wood Elf team. They have actually gotten well-known reputation for, well, quite frankly, a wee bit of luck, as we all saw on one of those last dramatic games there in the first round. But now, this time, they might need a wee bit more than just luck. And this is what you're going to have to get used to all this game here. Lots of dodging away, but do note, Wood Elves do not have any reserves. And as mentioned, the Dark Elves actually do have 1. So they very much like to actually, get rid of 1 or 2 players. It would be a nice change. Here come the darling Sisters of Mercy. Mercy. Ha! Is that what they call it these times? You can see already here, well, he's trying to take care of the interesting Wall Dancer problem. He has seen how phenomenal those Wall Dancers have been all season. The only game they ran into was, of all things, against the White Kniggets. And you saw their broadcast early on of how they dealt with the Dodgy team. Quite the game that one was. Well, it just goes to show you, when you get to this level, sometimes it's one mistake can be all the difference. There's so much dodging going on. Of course, going down in here. Dusk Reavers, of course, only the 2 rerolls. And 4, currently, thanks to the cheering fans, for the Wood Elves. And they think that ball is safe. Well, not for long. And once again, slowly, Elumbers trying to branch out into actually learning how to hit something. Goes the 3-man. There's a solid kick. And down goes that poor lad. Where are the rest of you lads going? Oh, there's more wrestle. And now surprising, Wall Dancer once again is running away. This is what the challenge is going to be between these two teams. It is quite the dynamic when you look at the Dark Elves, well known for wanting to get solid contacting, solid hitting, and can actually take a blow, which might hold them up quite well. However, this Wood Elf team... Let's try that again then, lad. See, there you go. But it did finally cost them a reroll. And there's a shadowing failure. See, this is only the biggest problem with the assassin. He has shadowing. Absolutely magnificent skill if he ever gets a movement increase. But until he does, it doesn't really work as well as you'd hope to. You're really hoping for a lucky roll. But it is nice to have in case it does work. And admittedly, his dagger, if he does get a good swing, should be pretty good against a completely armored 7 team. And he doesn't care if you're blodge. Well, we see how this one's going here. Is the Wood Elf streak of luck continuing? Well, it looks like so far it is. As an aggressive play there. And once again, the beautiful Shielders have done their job. Problem is, the ball has just gone, well, bouncing into another player's hands again. And you can see, yeah, well, agility 4, well, that's all you have to say about Elves, don't you? That is a magnificent and brave attack. Timber, and down goes the mighty tree. Now, if you're wondering what those brown splotches are in between, Avlings. Well, there's a double failure right there. Not only is he going to take root, but he's going to stay right, sucking there. On the flank, 2 Wood Elves have cleared that problem. And the punishment does seem to continue. As we were mentioning here, the biggest advantages the Wood Elves do have is extreme eye speed. Now, admittedly, the Dark Elves can almost keep up with the speed here with both their Darling Ladies and the Blitzers, but it's going to be a near one. Especially when you're dealing with a Wood Elf team here that has developed to have extreme eye speed, combined with an uncanny habit of just trying to, well, punish people. And there he goes. And he really goes. Well, that ball's all the way over there. How about you? That once again, shadowing failure. And another player's away. Alright, Dusk Reavers, what can they do about this one? They have the maneuverability, but they really could use finally clearing a player off the pitch, and so far that's just not happening. This has been the reputation of this Wood Elf team all season, the incredible teak armour. Now, here we go. Franzing away. He's got him down. Now he's got to try and contain this ball, and as always, this being an elf team, that is always a tricky indeed. It's a solid hit. He's definitely trying. What's this cheeky bugger do? Not missing it. There it goes. The foot spike. He's gone. He is quite gone indeed. Failed Apothecary. Looking at that result, he absolutely decided a death was the best way to go, because otherwise he was facing a minus strength on his War Dancer. That's about it for his career. He's gone. Apothecary burned. But here they come. Wood Elves being Wood Elves. There's an opportunity. Ball going down the field. Is it gone? Oh, yes it is. Good boy, sweetheart. Well, it looks like this one's about to become 1-0. Or something goes really terribly long. And the Dark Elves, well, again having to deal with all that sucking dodge and agility 4. Normally they're used to doing that to the opponent. It's being done to them. Oh, shadowing actually works this time. And it works extremely well. It actually manages to catch the bugger. Well done. That might be the best investment he made all day. That assassin already. Let's see, what's his background there? Trained under Brother Maynard. Yeah, I think that explains much about this chimp. Right, back to the field. Well, it's a KO, finally. And there's a slight breath of relief there for the Dark Elves. And it looks like, yeah, they're going to have to keep the Wood Elves absolutely honest here. They do actually have to set some players down in pursuit to force this as a quick score, so at least they can get a few turns to try and get back into it here. And you can see how the Dark Elves have actually gone here. They've lost the ball and they still have both their rerolls. Come on, you pointy gits. Well, we did promise here, elf on elf game. As long as elves died, everyone wins. Ace coaches do aim not to disappoint. You can ask the brothel about that one. They're two of the most popular customers. And, well, he does try that one. Makes his decision. Let's just get that one in. It's 1-0. But at what cost? Now, really, at what cost? There you go. One of the war dancers. Bereft of life, he rests in peace. He's fucking snuffed it. Right, let's get back to this one here. Right. Now let's see what our favourite Dark Elves can actually do here. They're down 1-0. Now as we do know, these are two extremely high-scoring potentially teams. Both teams have sounded a penchant that if there's a mad scramble for the ball, well, that score can run. And it's another reroll. The Axemen are just having amazing luck and are continuing their run, but has cost them dearly. Now it's push me, push you. There's a solid punch, down he goes. Once again, that teak under armour is doing impressive work when it's actually what's being used in the block here. Oh, good thing he bought short hands. Finally pays off. You think it's as crazy here. You have agility 5. Why play short hands? You just saw why right there. And here it comes. You're seeing that right. He's resulting, of course, to the fantastic passing game that his team is quite notorious for. He's been quite better at it than the Pro Elves have been this season. However, do not underestimate this Wood Elf team here, as they only showed before. Just because you have the ball doesn't mean you're actually going to keep the ball. Just ask Mrs. Bobbitt, who I understand is a assistant coaches there for the undead team managing the werewolves. I shall keep those puppies in line, I tell you. Well, he's got plenty of rerolls, and all that effort goes for, well, sweet bloody all, and only gets us a sucking push. And he falls back to position. Now, well, there's a wee bit of payback for that last little one. Well, the good old Blades is going to be staying down for a bit. And now here you can see here, it's the biggest thing when you're ever dealing with elves, especially with a dodge, you're waiting on double ones. And you might be doing an awful lot of that. But don't worry, game's still relatively young here. Turn 7, can he actually score this? Well, if he decides to do the high risk, but he doesn't want to leave the Wood Elves for 2 turns, because we've all seen how fast this particular team with its skills can actually score. You can tell, he'd do a Nottingham proud. Ah, here comes that fantastic Darling again, come on. Let's see if old Bright Eyes. She's having an off game, isn't she? But it's not a bad play here. He's sliding now to curl the flank. Let's send the ball over here because even Wood Elves for the amazing Bill Bexley speed can only go so far. At least that's the theory. Let's test this theory then, shall we? Here he goes. And it's another dump off to the side pass. And once again, it's a clinic. So, should be an easy score, right? You've not seen this Wood Elf team if you're thinking that one. Well, it's Surf City USA for the fans. And unfortunately, the students at this school are notoriously cruel for dealing with people surfed out. There's a quick injury. Goodbye to your god player. And once again, that is an ill-timed KO. This is looking really alarming. In fact, actually, look how many turns there is. And the bugger's even got the ball for insult to injury. Suddenly, if he wants, you can see at movement 9, well, this could be 2-0. Not what you're expecting to see here. Again, as I did say, these are two remarkably high-scoring teams, and you can see what's happening here. And again, notice 2 rerolls. He still hasn't used one. That just shows you how solid this Wood Elf team is playing. And yeah, you can see, he did not miss that one. And again, waiting for the double one that does not happen. And once again, here we go, the Dark Elves are trying to keep in mind they need to keep an eligible player for scoring it, but they actually have to go get the bloody football first. That's a good play there with the Shadower. Shame he only moves 6. Again, much better. It's a magnificent dodge, a blown GFI, finally. Well, he takes a push, it's an awful uphill risk. And it does indeed pay off, he gets it into a better position. What's going to happen here? And again, it's only a push. It's a terrible result. Yeah, you saw it right there. 5 straight fucking pushes. Well, he wrestles the wall dancer down. Well, he's not going to miss this one here. Not as effective as Blades, I'm sad to say. It's a good solid move. He's doing everything he can here to try and prevent this one. This is awfully critical here. Is it about to become 2-0? Well, unfortunately, it's a burn of a 1 when he doesn't want it on the 3. And there it is. Maybe the first mistake we have seen all game by the Wood Elves there. 1 dice. And it cost him dear. AG5, get off me field. What was he thinking? And I know what you're thinking, he's just looking for a push. But, considering you're doing that, it's a 1 in 3 followed by a 1 in 3. For an actual straight up fail. And look what happens, play is completely dead. You could have just trust your dodge, trust your eye agility, and just dodge out. Odds are you're probably making it, lad. But maybe, just maybe, that is the one break the Dark Elves actually need. They have brought in the one reserve. They are at full complement. Wood Elves, of course, down to 9 players. But as we have seen all season, Wood Elves never fear being down players, especially under this coach. However, he's had an interesting run this season. He's had a lot of times he's surrounded the opponent. And oh dear, the Autograph Seekers storm the field with the newest edition of the calendar. And that's a disaster there for the Dark Elf team. This is why we tell you buggers, wait until the game's actually sucking finished. Cunts! Well, fortunately, huge aggression here, trying to take out the darling fans. Darling of the fans, let's get that right there. Doesn't work. 4 pushes, well, we did mention a lot of pushes. And you saw that. Finally, it happens. A double one. Sure took long enough. This is it. But what's he got left? As you can see, thanks to those Autograph Seekers, 5 of his players are down. And noting, yes indeed, Fame +1, but that's still an incredible ratio. 5. Average should have been 3. Well, critical play. He does reroll that one. Gets a stun. He'll have to take that one. Ball is still marked up. And now here's the big gamble. He'd actually like to have this sucking ball. And AG fall, of course. Spectacular failure at a critical moment. And here you go. Axeman, breathe a sigh of relief on that one. And immediately, finally, big, tall and husky has finally managed to do something. It's a stun, he'll take it, adds to the collection of Dark Elves laying down on the job. And now seeing that ones have started finally appearing on the field here, the Axemen, of course, are now just going to get to work here. But tracing this ball. And there's a brutal there. Well, he's got the ball again. Not taking a chance this time. It's just a handoff. Trust the dodge. This lad is gone. How far does he want to run this one? Come on, one more. He gets them all. What are the Dark Elves going to do? This is starting to look like a 2-0. Can they claw back from this one? Well, they're going to have to risk and try and get this poor lad. Here it comes. And let's hit it for tackle. Well, let's not hit it from the last game, but there we go. It's a critical stun. Ball's thrown back in. Where's it going? It's not safe. And he's again looking at this one critical roll. He decides possession's 9/10 of the law. And there it goes, the last 3 roll. Where are you shoving him? And you can see it now, it's become desperation. Fails the later dodge. There we go. It's pocket time, ladies and gentlemen. Axemen, 2 rerolls in hand. They've got the fame, and they certainly have control of the centre of the field. All that time in the danger room seems to be finally paying off. Now he's definitely got most of the Dark Elf teams contained here with no rerolls. It's starting to look pretty grim. 3 dice, and he's got another one smashed down. He's lucky, does not get through the armor, and here comes that remarkable dodging ability. Shadowing again does fail. Here it comes, as you can see. One's out, starting to show up here. How's the little darling do? Whew. And once again, these two ladies clearly have some of the largest, most muscular shoulders you've ever seen. Why? Let's face it, they're Karina's team. Let's see just how deep this coach can dig. He's got to do something about this one here. And it comes. He got him. Where's he going? Well, he's going to snooze for a while. Absolutely paying attention to the score. Aren't they fantastic to watch? And she's off. As she's gone. Does she risk any more? No rerolls? I don't think so. But here comes the Miracle Escort. He's going to try a mark up. Well, he's got a thruster. One's got to show up somewhere. Makes the more daring dodge through. And Miracle of Miracles, the Wood Elves have actually, of all things, lost the ball, and the Dark Elves have turned this one around. Don't count the Dark Elves out now. With the amount of speed on this team, this could turn around so much faster than any episode you've ever seen. And there, trusting in the one, he finally gets one. And then it is double one. Bane of any elf team. It was just the player he needed with a wrestle to get that one. Dark Elves, Iron Man football. No mistakes can be made. Takes the 3 dice block. And the imposter, good riddance, get off me, gutch. I've seen a snotling that can play better than you, for reals. Now, here comes the interesting question. Do you force it in now, or do you try and burn some turns out? And risk what a coin flip is for overtime? That's an interesting challenge. Meanwhile, down the field here. Oh, he'll take that one. It's guess who? His blades. Can you make it 2, lad? Apparently he's forgotten to adjust his blades. That has got to be the worst foul I've ever seen. Breathing a sigh of relief. Well, the Wood Elves have to aggressively pursue this ball. And now we can see the play is gotten. Yes, you can tell this has definitely now become an elf battle. It's end-to-end footy. And he's bringing everything he's got back to bear down the field. And what? And incredibly, he does risk the piling on down the field. That may be a mistake. You know what's been going on down there. Did you really want to be on the ground? And that is a big mistake. Charging back down the field here. Dark Elves have decided, well, if they can do some punishment, they definitely got to put some of it in here. Try and thin the numbers. Oh, she did not take kindly to that attempted pile on. And she's not getting who she's punching out. It's a fantastic strike. And now you're about to see the mistake. Will he fail it again? Let's find out. Come on, trampoline. No, that's it. No regeneration for you. You are out of this series. 2 wall dances. Congratulations, you have seen a team top the white Kniggets when it comes to damage to a dodgy team. Mind you, he's having to do it a quite different way, but the Dark Elves will look at the results and say, that's all that matters. And it goes. It's the 1 die. He's got to reroll that one. And you can see why he has to do it there. Force the touchdown. It's 1-1. The Calder twins, as always, impress everyone. Look at the tail. 5 injured casualties. But look at the turns left. It's 2 turns. Can the Wood Elves score on this one? Very easy. They have the team to do it. They have the skills. It has been seen to be done numerous times. Eye speed, eye skill, but losing the second wall dancer, that may indeed be a big swing piece. Well, we were promised excitement. We were promised death. We were promised £5. And we've gotten it all. It's fantastic. As you can see here, it's complete commitment here. Wood Elves are going to go for the quick score. Fan interference completely wrecks that one. You could hear the crack of the full pint can thrown across the field, and it scores 1 player down. It's an epic fail. Double 1. The ball's available. And now, finally, the Dusk Reavers. No rerolls left either side. How's this one gonna go? This could easily go either way. There's a lot of caution being shown here. He knows how dangerous any elf team can be. Of course, look at him. Solid kick. He'll take that stun. Absolutely. And now here's the pressure on the ball carrier. And the truth is, it's not a ball carrier. Has he done his job? Yes, he has. And now does not get the ball. Wood Elves cannot score. But they've got to keep control of this ball and get rid of it. What are you doing? I'm quickly pausing that up to show you what were you thinking there, lad? What on earth were you thinking? You've got to try and force it to go into overtime. You know there's only the 1 turn left on the Dark Elves here. You're thinking you're elf dickery, but you might be smarter hanging on to the ball to try and force him with no rerolls to do the same thing. Instead, he tries the pass stump out. He intercepts on a 5 and a 6. What happens if he intercepts it? Congratulations, you just saved him all the headaches of trying to get the ball and score in overtime. What were you thinking? And that's it. 2-1 in a surprising but delightful comeback. That is it. Once again, Constable Ed, yes, cannot believe his delight as once again showered on kisses by his favourite ladies. He's also, as we understand here, he's now become a apprentice here to Brother Maynard's little clinic. And Blades does the number. It will not show in his SPP, but he's definitely going to get a round for applause from the league. 2-1, and it is. Axeman, what were you thinking on that last play? I partially understand it because, let's face it, it's only a 1 in 3, but you're then suddenly giving him a 1 in 3. If he gets it, he scores. That's all I can say on that one. And what were you thinking on the pylon? I know you're trying to get rid of the Witch Elf, but then you're down. Well, lessons learned there. Harshness, congratulations to our winner. Going, advancing on, as long as he got a fight ahead of him. Nuffle, next time, bless your dice.